Hello! I felt like I would tell a story from my little album, one of these little books I wrote quite a few years ago for my daughter. This one was 2011, so she would have been, at this time, I guess, oh, she was 4. Wow, she was 4. So I was writing this for a 4-year-old. Yeah, and I have had a bummer of a fucking day. And I have not gotten to do what I really, really wanted to do today. And so I decided what I feel like doing now is telling a fucking story. So, tell a story. All right, so there's me at about 5. I lived in Maui, and this is my best friend, Marama. We moved to Hawaii when I was around 5. I remember loving my best friend Marama, hanging out with the other kids in the neighborhood, and riding the Great Dane named Blue that lived with us. One of the most embarrassing memories that I have is one day I went to school dressed as a kitty. It was a kindergartner. I thought everyone was dressing up that day for Halloween, but I was wrong. I was the only one. My teacher made me stand up in front of the whole class and share, so I couldn't hide like I wanted to. Okay, so I was writing this for a 4-year-old, so... okay, so... oh my god. So, there I am in my Batman costume, and there's my dad with gummy worms out of his nose. There's Ralph. There's Blue. Oh my god, look, that is just the fucking cutest kid. I also remember my cat Ralph. When she wanted milk, she would meow, and it sounded like she was saying, milk. When she was ready to have kittens, she came downstairs to get me and would not relax unless I was right beside her the entire time her kittens were being born. Seriously, she had one like hanging out of her, and I started to walk away, and she's like, oh fuck no, you get back over here. So I watched every one of those kittens be born. I was heartbroken when some of those kittens died. We also met Grandpa Pete in Hawaii. He gave me a fish eye to eat once, and I can still remember the awful way it crunched in my mouth. You ever eaten fish eyes? So this is when we moved to Alaska. My hat right here says, oh shit, Kodiak, Alaska. And then here's Bert, from Sesame Street. He is smoking. Bert, my puppet, is smoking. Because I thought that was fucking hilarious when I was 7 or whatever. When I was about 7, we moved to Alaska. We lived in Anchorage first, then moved to Homer. I remember the first time we drove there, it seemed like it took forever, and I was so excited to see our new place to live. Every time we went around a corner, I wondered if we were there yet, but we weren't until finally we were. It was like a 7-hour ride in the back of a fucking pickup truck. The property was beautiful with an amazing view. We lived in an Airstream trailer for the first winter, then built the cabin the next summer. That's my little brother. That's my brother Tom. There's nothing in there. He's not really smoking. It's just, God, funny. Taking a bath in a pot. That's the same pot that in another video I talked about how we melted snow so that I could take a bath. That's the same pot I melted snow in. And then he just fell asleep wherever the hell he was. This little dude was so tired all the time. I don't think he slept well. He had ear infections a lot. And so he would just fall asleep just wherever the fuck he was. And then I don't know what's happening here. That's some pot. I don't know what the hell's happening there. Anyway, so yeah. So I have these fun books. And I think I'll read them some more, but right now this is oh jeez. Here's Rosebud. There's my goat, my big old goat Rosebud. She was the sweetest goat. And I don't remember those babies' names. That was our dog Tita, the best damn dog in the world. I'm proud of that cake. And look, I am so pissed. I hated dresses and patent leather shoes and fuck that shit and putting my hair in braids. Oh man, I was pissed. I think I only had to wear it long enough to get a picture taken though, so that's alright. Yeah, okay. I'll tell the pee ditch story sometime, but not right now. Thank you. I feel better now. I was really fucking bummed out when I started this video. But hanging out outside and telling some stories and looking at this crazy shit. So I have 5 of these books that I wrote for my daughter. And there's some really good stories in them. So I'm excited to share them. I'm curious. So, like, if you're feeling bummed out, what do you do to help yourself kind of shift into another mode? Let me know. Have a radically pleasurable day.